Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for tonight's NBA slate on Wednesday, May the 15th. We've got two games tonight. We got game 5 of the Cavs and Celtics series. Celtics are up 3-1 in that series with a chance to close things out at home. And then we have game 5 of the Mavericks and Thunder series. That series is tied at 2-2. OKC play it at home tonight. Chance to go up 3-2 in that series. So we've got a 2-game slate for Wednesday night. I've got 2 early player props I do like for these 2 games. We're going to talk about a prop that I like from each game. As always though guys, before we do get started, make sure you guys hit that like button down below. If you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, and if you don't have an account on Prizepicks, you can use that promo code NOAH. Click the link down in the description when you sign up for Prizepicks, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. And we do also have a partnership with Sleeper. You guys can check out Sleeper, linked down below in the description, or again, just use that promo code NOAH over on Sleeper, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $500. Now, if you don't know what Sleeper is, they are a DFS pick'em app similar to Prizepicks, where you pick over or under on player projections. You build out your entry. You're able to make up to an 8-pick entry on Sleeper. You're able to win up to 100x your money. Sleeper does do a lot of discounts, a lot of promotions throughout the week. They give out free squares as well to all new users. So if you don't have an account on Sleeper, when you sign up, use that code NOAH. You get a free square added to your account that you can use towards any entry. So check out Sleeper, guys. Sign up, use that promo code NOAH, and get your first deposit matched up to $500. But before we talk through our 2 props for Wednesday, guys, I want to recap our 2 plays from Tuesday's video. And unfortunately, our 11-0 run that we were on came to an end on Tuesday. Tuesday's plays were god-awful. We took Isaiah Hartenstein less than 14.5 rebounds plus assists, and Hartenstein went out there and just dominated on the glass. He had like 10 or 11 offensive rebounds. He was a monster on the glass. He had like 3 or 4 assists too. Really, I looked stupid with that play because I think at the first like 5 minutes of the game, Hartenstein had like 7 RA or 8 RA in the first like 5 minutes, and I was already getting comments on the video, which I knew was going to happen. But yeah, Hartenstein, he played amazing. He was dominating on the glass. Good props to him, I guess. Bad read on my part. And then Nikola Jokic recording this video currently at halftime, and Jokic is playing great. He's doing everything except grabbing rebounds, and we took him for more than 12.5 rebounds, and he has 2 rebounds at halftime. He's crushing from a scoring perspective. He's got like 8 assists, a couple blocks, a steal, but yeah, 2 rebounds. So pretty shitty plays on Tuesday, man. We were on an 11-0 run before yesterday. Hopefully we can bounce back here on Wednesday. Not gonna let one losing day get us down. I know. Look, if you look at the comments from yesterday's video, you're gonna see a lot of people we lost. Oh, it sucks. We lost. But it is what it is, man. If you don't have bankroll management, if you can't bet what you can afford to lose, most importantly, but if you can't win a few days in a row and then just play a normal amount of money on that 4th day, you're never gonna win doing this. Like, if you can't manage how to properly play your bankroll, how to manage the units that you are putting in play each night, you're never gonna win. I see way too many people in this gambling space that they'll win like 2 or 3 days in a row, and then they'll just everything they've won, they'll just put it in play the next day, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, you have to be able to properly manage your units. I know there's probably people that have won tailing me the last few days, and then they just bet everything yesterday and they lost it all. And if that's you, I hate it for you, man. But you guys you gotta know better than that. But I shouldn't even have to say that. But I see comments from yesterday's video that makes me just have to bring that up. But we're gonna bounce back here. Let's talk through the props I'm liking for this slate on Wednesday. So the first prop I'm liking, we're going to look at a prop in the Cavs and Celtics game, a 3-pointers made prop. And I'm liking Darius Garland less than 2.5 3-pointers made. Now, Donovan Mitchell did not play last game. We'll have to see if Donovan Mitchell plays tonight. I think there's a pretty good chance Donovan Mitchell plays tonight. For one, he was fighting to play last game, just reading like reports, watching the pregame show. Like the sideline reporters were saying that Mitchell was like trying to get out there, like he was trying to play, but he couldn't. I would think, after a day of rest, especially with this being, an elimination game for the Cavs, I think there's a pretty good chance Donovan Mitchell does return tonight. Now, Karis LeVert is also questionable, But LeVert's injury didn't seem too serious. He was able to play through it. I'm pretty sure last game he still played like 38 minutes. So I'm expecting LeVert to play as well. Obviously, if LeVert doesn't play, if Donovan Mitchell doesn't play, not going to feel as good about this under on Darius Garland. But if you look at what Darius Garland has done so far this postseason, he's gone under this line in 7 out of 11 playoff games. And now last game, he did take 13 three-point attempts, but that was like almost a season high for him. During the regular season, there was only one game during the entire regular season where Darius Garland attempted more than 13 three-pointers, and it was a double overtime game against Chicago where he played 44 minutes and took how many three-point attempts? He took like, 14 three-point attempts, shot 7 for 14. So the 13 three-point attempts that Darius Garland had last game, I think, was definitely an outlier. Now, he obviously, if Donovan Mitchell is out, Darius Garland will pick up more usage. He'll be able to be more aggressive offensively. But he's historically not been a great three-point shooter. This season, he's only averaged about 6 three-point attempts per game. So on average, he's going to attempt like 5 or 6 threes, and we just got to hope that he doesn't shoot 50% from 3, which typically he won't. This season, he's shot 37% from 3, so he's for the season, he's a 37% three-point shooter. He averages about 6 three-point attempts per game. Maybe if you give him an additional three-point attempt because he's playing more minutes in the playoffs now than he did during the regular season, even if he attempts 7 threes, I still don't think we're drawing dead here with this prop. Like if you look at the 4 games in the playoffs where Darius Garland went over this line, he shot 3 for 5, so 60% from 3. He shot 4 for 5, 80% from 3. He shot 4 for 7, 57% from 3. And then last game, he shot 4 for 13 from 3. So 3 of the 4 games where he made 3 threes in the playoffs, he shot 57% from 3 or better. So the efficiency was definitely a little bit unsustainable. Maybe Darius Garland thinks he's Steph Curry now and is going to take 13 three-point attempts again, but I would bet against that happening. I think more times than not, Darius Garland's going to attempt 5, 6 threes in a game, and we just got to hope that he doesn't shoot 50% from 3, which I would bet on that happening more times than not. Because if you look at this playoffs, if you look at how many three-point attempts he's had per game, 6, 7, 4, 5, 5, 4, 4, 8, 5, 6, and then last game 13. So last game I think was a little bit of an outlier. Even if Donovan Mitchell doesn't play tonight, like I don't think we're drawing dead with his Darius Garland prop. I could still see Darius Garland not making 3 threes even if Mitchell's out. So I like this as our first prop for tonight. Darius Garland, less than 2.5 three-pointers made. It's also not a great matchup against Boston. Boston, really good defensive team. They typically don't leave shooters open. So like if Darius Garland does take a bunch of threes tonight, they're probably going to be contested threes. It's pretty rare for Boston to just give up wide open threes. Also, this game has a big spread. I think Boston's favored by like 14.5. Now, this is an elimination game for Cleveland, so even if this is a blowout, like even if Boston does blow them out, Cleveland's probably still going to play their guys until like the final few minutes, but there is a chance Garland loses a few minutes, if this game does turn into a big blowout, which, with Boston being favored by 14.5, it could be a blowout. So I do like this as our first prop for tonight. Darius Garland, less than 2.5 three-pointers made. And then the other prop that I like from the Mavericks and Thunder game is a points prop. And we're going to look at Kyrie Irving at 21.5 points. And I like the over here, more than 21.5 points for Kyrie. And let's talk through why I like this prop. So Kyrie, he's definitely had a rough postseason, especially this series. Now, the series against the Clippers, he wasn't bad. I think he went over this he went over this line in 4 out of 6 games against the Clippers. But this series against Dallas, he has struggled. First game, he scored 20 points on 7 for 14 shooting. Then he only had 9 points, shot 2 for 8. Then he bounced back in game 3, had 22 points, shot 10 for 17. Last game, only 9 points, shot 4 for 11. I really don't know why Kyrie Irving's been, so passive in this series. Like, Kyrie averaged 19.5 shot attempts per game. And so far in this series, he's only had 14, 8, 17, and 11 shot attempts. And that's with him playing over 40 minutes in 3 of those 4 games. Maybe it's the matchup. OKC is a good defensive team. But Lou Dort's been the one guarding Luka. And Lou Dort's the best defender on, he's the best defender on OKC. Now, Jalen Williams is still a really good defender. So is SGA. But I think it's a tougher matchup for Luka than it is for Kyrie. And I don't really buy into trends or narratives, but like if you look at Kyrie this postseason, when he has had a bad game, he has typically bounced back with a good game after that. In game 5 versus the Clippers, he only had 14 points and then bounced back with 30 points the next game. And we saw, game two against OKC, he had 9 points, bounced back with 22 points the next game. After only having 9 points last game, only taking 11 shot attempts, I would expect Kyrie to play better tonight. I mean, you can't expect him to only score 9 points when he plays 40 minutes. On average, if you look at what like Kyrie's per 36 stats, like I think he averages like 24 points per 36 minutes played this season. Now he's playing like 41, 42 minutes. This definitely feels like a good buy low spot on Kyrie. The books have really started to lower his lines, and I think this is a spot where I definitely want to be looking at some overs on Kyrie. I don't think he's going to continue to play this bad. I know his usage rate so far in the playoffs has been down. His usage rate has been down in this series, but this is someone that has historically been a very high usage player, has historically been a efficient shooter, a volume shooter as well. Like I said, attempting 19.5 shot attempts per game this season. He's only taken 8 and 11 shots in 2 out of their last 3 games, but that feels like a big fluke. I think more times than not, you're going to see Kyrie attempt 17 to 20 shot attempts, especially when he's playing over 40 minutes. And I expect over 40 minutes from Kyrie tonight. I think if this game's competitive, he's playing 40 plus minutes. So I do like this as our second prop for tonight. Kyrie Irving, more than 21.5 points. Just feel like this is a good buy low spot on Kyrie. I know people are probably frustrated with Kyrie. If you've been taking Kyrie overs this postseason, you're probably not doing great because Kyrie's been really inconsistent. He's been he's had his struggles this postseason, but with this line down to 21.5, I do like the over here on Kyrie Irving for 21.5 points. And these will be our 2 props for tonight, guys. Darius Garland, less than 2.5 3-pointers made. Kyrie Irving, more than 21.5 points. If you guys are going to tell me on these 2 plays, let's hopefully bounce back tonight. Obviously, Tuesday was very frustrating. Looks like we're going to miss both the plays we gave out Tuesday. But you can't let one day get you down, man. In the end, this is the long-term game. Prior to last night, we had won like 5 straight 2-pick entries, and we were on a crazy good run. So let's try and get back to that. Try and get a win tonight. And yeah, that's what I'm liking for Wednesday slate. If you guys are tailing, good luck. Let's make some money tonight. Appreciate you guys watching the videos, though, as always. Hit that like button down below. If you did enjoy, hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And be sure to go check out Prizepicks as well, guys. If you're not signed up for Prizepicks yet, use that promo code NOAH when you sign up and get your first deposit matched up to $100. But that's all I got for tonight. Good luck on the slate. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.